everyone. I'm Tracy Koga. Welcome to Hughes Spotlight. We are going to have a fantastic show. I have Carlo Capobianco, accompanied by the lovely Danielle McDonald. And this time we're going to shake it up a bit, folks. We're going to play the music first. So Carlo, 2 songs. What is it going to be?
Call You Sometime and Sleeping with the Enemy.
So here they are, Carlo and Danielle.
Thank you.
You smell like baby powder and strawberries in the summer, like velvet clouds in the sky. You make me wanna cry. I'm feeling so alone tonight. Can you please hold me tight? I've never felt this way. My heart doesn't have a say. I've been looking at the phone all night. Can't get you out of my mind. Something that's hard to find. Do you mind if I call you sometime? Call you sometime. Ring, ring goes the telephone. I've been up all night at home. I thought for sure you'd show. I guess that's the way it goes. I'm feeling so alone tonight. I wish you'd hold me tight. I've never felt this way. My heart doesn't have a cause of I've been looking at the phone all night. Can't get you out of my mind. Something that's hard to find. Do you mind if I call you sometime? I've been looking at the phone all night. Can't get you out of my mind. Something that's hard to find. Do you mind if I call you sometime? Call you sometime. Call you sometime. Call you sometime. Between your sheets, losing sight of what I feel, falling back to sleep with something that ain't real. I try to ignore the banging on the door, but inevitably back where I was before. I know you're not good for me, but I keep on sleeping with the enemy. I can't believe, I cannot see that I keep on sleeping with the enemy. I know you're not good for me, but I keep on sleeping with the enemy. Why do I keep on running back to you? Nothing's changed, nothing's new. Why do I let you do what you do? I've done this through and through. I know you're not good for me, but I keep on sleeping with the enemy. I can't believe you hold on me, but I keep on sleeping with the enemy. I know you're not good for me, but I keep on sleeping with the enemy. And I'm sleeping. I know you're not good for me, but I keep on sleeping with the enemy. I can't believe you hold on me, but I keep on sleeping with the enemy. I know you're not good for me, but I keep on sleeping with the enemy. I can't believe you hold on me, but I keep on sleeping with the enemy. I know you're not good for me, but I keep on sleeping with the enemy. But I keep on sleeping with the enemy. And I keep on sleeping with the enemy.
Thank you.
And the beauty and magic of TV. Bravo. Thank you, Danielle. Amazing, Carlo.
Thank you.
And it's so good to have you here. And hey, I love it because you're a Winnipeg guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
And this kind of music, there's not a lot of it out there right now. So let's talk about your music, Carlo, and how you've made it yours.
Yeah.
Carlo Capobianco. First of all, the name sounds incredible.
Thank you.
All right, so how did you get into music and what inspires you?
Well, I always had a fascination with pop stars and how, you know, in the 80s and the 90s, they used to be like these outer world beings, just like these pop icons. And in gym, I would always, do pop dance routines instead of dodgeball, and I would, run around pretending I was Madonna at school and that kind of stuff. And one day I decided that I really wanted to chase it, and so I went through a few producers and I tried really hard to find my sound, but nothing really happened. And I came across House of Wonders, who's headed by,
I'm
sorry,
gonna pull that
yeah,
mic up a little bit because you are. Oh,
I will hold it. um, I found Adam Foor, who is the head of House of Wonders, and he's worked with Virgo Rising and a bunch of amazing bands here in Winnipeg, and also Yes We Mystic. And we just connected really well, and we kind of have a symbiosis in the studio where we can create exactly what comes from my brain, which is, I describe things very weirdly, like in shapes. Like I want the synth to sound like velvet waves or something weird like that. So we really just try our hardest to make some magic in the studio, and I love pop music, and I want to redefine that and make it something how pop used to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of call it glam rock. And when I saw, I heard Sleeping with the Enemy. I saw the video and I'm going, oh my God, we've been missing all of this. And yes, and you hit it on the nail. The 80s and the 90s. Sorry, that was my era. So I grew up in all of that. Know exactly why you're thinking shapes, because we all wore the shoulder pads and the pointy
Yeah.
shoes and everything. So we were all about shapes and geometrics. But um, you're an old soul. Like even your voice. Like you
Really?
sound like you've been transported.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never really thought of it like that, but like not to sound pretentious, but I usually only listen to the 80s and the 90s. So maybe in another life I was
Someone else.
some in the 80s. I don't know.
Okay, so let's talk about getting this type of music out there, because theatrics, right, has to be involved, costuming too, I think, because it's your whole persona. How did you kind of cultivate that? Because that's always interesting too.
Um,
What did you base it on? Like
it just
fashion icons or who else?
it just comes from uh pop culture in general. Like I always want to emulate a good sense of pop culture, and I want to mix all sorts of inspirations into one. And I think that Carlo, this is Carlo Capobianco speaking, but Carlo is more like high glamour. Like that is not me at all. Like this is not who I am in real life, but like that he is like an alter ego almost. And so I kind of do things I wouldn't do as Carlo Capobianco, like at my job as a barista. I would do in, Carlo the performer.
And how do you
So
keep those all, how do you separate those? Because you know what, obviously music is a passion for you. And oh my
It's
God, you said you're a barista by day. I just gave him a cup of coffee. Hopefully that was okay.
it was
No.
actually really good. It was really good coffee. Um, it's all about like manifesting and being able to have an idea. You kind of have to just kind of like meet the vibration rather than chase it. And like when I'm creative and when I'm jamming with Danielle and my band, or I'm in the studio, I'm always trying to be in a state where everything just comes out naturally like water, and like anything that feels natural is what happens. And so I pray, and I dream that, things come my way, and, most of the time they do. So I think it's just a matter of, changing dropping little hints to your subconscious. And then once you do that, your subconscious finds way to find those opportunities. And that's kind of how it happens. Like things just kind of land in my lap a lot of the times. So I'm really glad to like whatever is up there that's helping me out.
Is that Scorpio alignment or your moon alignment? Let's talk now about your band, Carlo. How did you find these people? And because of your genre and what you want to create, I mean, it's not rap, and it's not like the pop, the poppy pop.
No.
I call it. But yeah, so let's talk about the band.
Yeah, so Adam Fuhr of House of Wonders is my main producer, and he does, all the production and the mixing of my music, and he's really good at it. And I met Danielle, who's our guitarist, through Instagram. I was just like, one day I was just like, I really need somebody to play this show with me. And she messaged me, and she was really sweet, and she's like a really close friend of mine now, and like we're always talking and sharing ideas and stuff, and I'm really glad that I met her. and Jesse, who is our keyboardist. I've known him for a few years. We've been really good friends, and we've kind of always collaborated together, just like making demos or stuff like that together. And then he also wanted to do the show with me too, and the show didn't end up happening. But what happened was we all met, and it was that was better than the show, honestly.
Well, and of course, we can't forget shows have been on hold for 2 years. Have you been back performing live at all?
Actually, I've never performed live. This is
What?
actually technically my first time performing live. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I'm just not good at managing my schedule. So, I think I need to find a manager or something that can help me book shows cuz I'm
Not good.
no.
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 Well, you can't be all things, and I know that in this day and age, everybody tries to be that. But I think that if you're really good at the things that you're passionate about, then you find the other people to come onto your team, and things will happen too as well. So,
Exactly.
because I really think we need to see a show. We need to see a Carlo show, and you
Yeah.
must have dreams.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I want big stage, lots of lights, backup dancers, everything. Custom costumes.
Oh my God.
I don't know where I'm going to get the money from, but I'll make it happen.
Yeah, make it happen, and dreams. Through all of this, though, support. Who's been your biggest supporters?
Um, my biggest supporter has been my mom and my sister, and just my friends and just people around me who I tell my music about, my bandmates who are also my friends, just like anybody that can give me light, I can take that and I can somehow use that to my advantage. Or even darkness. If somebody wants to insult me, if somebody wants to call me a name, they can go ahead. I will make a song about it.
Okay, so let's talk about this, because you seem very confident, very comfortable in who you are, and even your double persona, if we can call it that, which is very, very cool. You have a passion for music.
Good song title. Double persona.
Double. There you go. And you'll receive my check in the mail now
Yeah,
for that.
I'll give you
But
royalties.
That's free. That's free. This is your first live show, so to speak. But Carla, like, speaking to all of, and I'm going to call them kids because you're kids to me, that want to do music like you, want to express themselves, but don't have the confidence, maybe don't have the support, and feeling really negative, right, about themselves.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've had all of those feelings too. How do you manage it? How have you overcome it? Was there an epiphany moment for you?
It's still an ongoing struggle. I think that, everybody has a certain type of threshold for the amount of negativity that they can handle. But I think what helps the most for me is realizing that my life is my life, and I am myself, and the things that I want are things that I wish to do, and I'm creative about that, and I want to pursue my dreams. And you have to be, if you want to do music, or if you want to do something creative, or if you want to do anything, you just have to really believe that you need it and that you want it and that you're going to accomplish it. You have to be able to die. Don't do that, kids. Don't die at home. But if you have to be able to be willing to do anything you wanted, anything that you have to do to accomplish something. And once you're in that mode of like obsession with your work, then everything just comes naturally. And when you like meet the vibration, I call it, and just like that creative flow that comes naturally, and it's almost like a dreamland of some sorts. It's just like this current of creativity that comes around. Once you can grasp onto that, and once you can take hold of that, then you're able to access it anytime. And I think that is my main advice is ignore the haters. Don't listen to them. Their opinion of you is nothing to do with you, it's with them. And just follow your dreams and ignore, you know, you know, just ignore what your not what your parents say, but like if they tell you to go to school and you really don't feel like going to school, if you're just being forced into doing something you don't want to do just for the sake of financial stability, obviously you should still go to school, maybe take a course that you can do, but still like make time for your art, make time for the things that you want to accomplish, because in a few years you're going to watch and you're going to be like, okay, I could have done so much in that time. You just have to you just got to do it, like Nike or whatever that brand is.
Just do it.
Just do it. Just do it.
Well, I think that's great advice, and it's true. Having a dream, having a goal or passion, and making time for it, because that will definitely help your mental health too as well.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
All right, so we're heading into summer. Can you give us a little kind of tidbit? I know you haven't really booked shows, but is there anything on the horizon where we can come and see you perform?
Well,
Do you have any music out there? You must.
I really hope to do a live show soon. I just have to book it. I'm going to try to book as many shows as I can, and but my new album, my first album is coming out this summer sometime. So that will have all 7 songs, and I really want to do an actual CD and not just streaming. And I'd like to have a vinyl possibly, but that's really expensive. So I don't know. Don't listen to me, but
CD would be great. I love CDs. No,
I'll definitely have a
I'm old
CD.
school. Yeah.
And the album's called Pray to You. So it's just the whole story, from sleeping with the enemy, I would say, even though the title of the album is Pray to You, I feel like sleeping with the enemy is definitely the idea of the album. So I'm going to try my hardest to book shows, and I'm going to perform live as much as I can.
Well, we can hardly wait. And thank you. It's been an honor for you to do a debut here quickly, because I do love Sleeping with the Enemy. Is there a story then behind this? Please say yes.
Yeah. It's more
personal.
It's more, I was watching Sleeping with the Enemy with Julia Roberts.
Well, that's what.
And I was like, you know what? That's a really good name for a pop song. And so I was like, Sleeping with the Enemy, like that's hot. That's like, something I want to see on a billboard. So I literally just wrote about the time that I was going through my sexy era and slept with people I shouldn't have slept with. And that's where the song comes. It's just about, sleeping. It could mean, physically sleeping, or it could mean, blindly doing something. So like, for example, smoking cigarettes, or something that is not good for you, but you want to keep on doing it just because it's like a vice, or you can't stop doing it because it's like your love is like everything to you. But that's where the idea of the song came from. And so it's just kind of that all mixed in together.
Well, and in the movie, Julia Roberts really was sleeping with the enemy. So I love that movie.
I love that movie.
Okay, so keep on watching all of those great oldie movies, 80s and 90s. It's not that old, Carlo. Don't say old. But anyways, it's been so good to meet you, and
You
congratulations.
too.
Thank you, Danielle.
Thank you.
She's lovely, and we can
Yes.
hardly wait. Carlo Capobianco, the album's coming up this summer, and you can see him on stage very, very soon. I'm sure of it.
Yes.
Fingers crossed.
Thank you.
All right.
It was so nice meeting you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, that is a wrap here for our Hugh Spotlight, and in 2 weeks we'll have James Culleton here in the hot seat. So have a wonderful night, and we'll see you next time on Hugh Spotlight.